Crop tops.
Keep. You're like, hate.
No, I don't hate them.
I think Travis rocks those tiny sunglasses that he wears sometimes, but
But he's so fashionable.
he is very fashionable.
And in a way where like there are things that, and this happens all the time, there are things that I see other people wear and I'm like, that is so cool.
I'm the same.
Why Kylie Kelce refused to eat Taylor Swift's home-cooked meal on double date with the singer. Well, aren't you about to find out? I, on Call Her Daddy, explained that we had gone on a double date, but that it was at home. There was a little bit of confusion because that meal at home was like a private dinner. So that was that was done by a outstanding chef. The home cooked meals that I did not get to enjoy were not because I refused to eat them, but because the child in my womb overwhelmed me with hormones that suggested that if I consume anything other than crackers, that it might be seen again. If you catch my drift, anyone that has experienced pregnancy nausea knows that it's not a choice. At 8 weeks, that's not a choice. I've known women who lived on only waffles for their entire first trimester. There's women who can only stomach cereal or crackers or pretzels. And you know what? Sometimes that's me. I didn't refuse anything. I wouldn't refuse anything, especially if I was without child. Just to set the record straight, the weekend that we were together where I was unable to stomach the dinner home-cooked meal, I did get a chance to try, I believe they were funfetti pancakes. Regardless, they hit. They were so good. Baby liked them. I loved them. They were very, very good. The thing that bothers me the most about this headline, besides the fact that I directly addressed why I didn't eat the meal in the Call Her Daddy episode, why are we trying to pit women against women? Why are we doing that? That seems dumb and counterproductive. Anyone that asks me in person, I am very forthcoming with how much I love and appreciate her and how much I love the fact that you can tell how happy Travis is. And that's what I care about. So let's not pit women against women. Let's stop writing articles when there's not any beef to write articles about. And let's recognize the fact that I would not refuse a home-cooked meal. I would not refuse a home-cooked meal because I love food. So, unless it's beets. I had a great time taping Call Her Daddy. It was so much fun to sit down with Alex. She's so good at what she does. And of course, we got to bond over all things Philadelphia. And what better place to do that than in the town that the Eagles were playing? There is a social clip out where Alex and I got a chance to discuss that she would not be attending the game, which at first I was very alarmed about. As a Birds fan, I feel like it's our obligation to be there. And then she explained the most logical explanation for why she was leaving. Alex was not in Minnesota. She was in Arizona. And for anyone who is not an Eagles fan, the Eagles won Super Bowl 52 in Minnesota and lost in Arizona. So she did her part and went home. And my superstitious ass loves that. And again, I'm not saying that that's what worked. But Alex did her part. So, good job. Well, if any of the Daddy Gang listeners are here now, giving NGL a try, welcome. If you want to hear more stories about my kids taking off their diapers in their crib or my husband's rant about Twilight, I think you're going to like it here. She's the fashion designing sensation behind the NFL jackets and vests you've seen everywhere. She's the founder and chief creative officer of clothing brand Off Season. She's also a fellow NFL wife and does a lot of great work in support of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. I was so excited to sit down with her in New Orleans. Please enjoy my conversation with Kristen Juszczyk.
One of the things we were just talking about before we got started was sort of like the phenomenon of you've been in football with Kyle now for
12 years.
Long time.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you guys have done is like jumped around a little bit. Mm-hmm. What teams have you been with while you've been together?
So Kyle and I met when he was playing for the Ravens and I was in college. And so he was there for 4 years and then he signed with the Niners for 8 years. So we've been really fortunate to only be with 2 teams. That doesn't happen often.
Yes.
So yeah, now the Niners really feel like home. Being with the Ravens feels like a lifetime ago.
You have done some incredible things, had some severely viral moments, which were so well deserved.
Thank you.
What has been the biggest moment for you so far?
Truthfully, I feel like this is such a cliche answer, but like every time, it almost feels like nothing happens for so long and you're trying over and over and over again. And then all of a sudden, so many things start happening and you want to stay so present for it. And for me, it really like I've been sewing for so long and I have always actually all stemmed from Halloween. Kyle and I went to a 49ers Halloween party and I wanted to be Justin and Brittany. That like, do you remember their VMA look?
The denim?
The denim on denim?
Perfect.
Yes. And I was like, I need to be that. I went on Etsy, couldn't find it. So I went to Walmart and bought like 20 pairs of jeans. And I'm like, I'm just gonna start cutting it up and going on a sewing machine and see what I can do.
Sure,
and
some patchwork.
Exactly. And I kind of feel like I blacked out while doing it. And then all of a sudden I had this dress made and I'm like, something like came over me when I was making it. And I was just like, wow, I really love doing this.
Yeah.
And
how many years ago was that?
Oh God, I think that was like 7 years ago.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
Did I read somewhere correctly that you're self-taught in sewing?
Completely, yeah.
That's
so
incredible.
I just went on YouTube. By the way, you can learn anything from YouTube. It's like,
isn't it the best?
My water heater broke. How do I fix my water heater? YouTube.
Perfect.
Like anything.
I feel like the younger generation has transitioned to TikTok
to learn
and
things,
I'm like, I don't.
We started with Ask Jeeves.
Right? Gosh, what a throwback.
Math class, always going in like
That's
Ask
it.
Jeeves. Like,
Yes.
what is 2 + 2?
But I don't want to have to like rewatch the same 60-second video a million times. I want to watch a YouTube video.
100%.
I genuinely,
I'm obsessed with YouTube.
I want to see all of it.
Every part of it.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So I literally started from there, like how to thread a machine.
Yes.
Everything. Like what kind of tools should I buy?
If you had to pick one piece that's been your favorite.
That's like the toughest question. It's like
And
picking
it doesn't
your favorite
have to be
child.
something you
Who's your
made,
favorite
right?
kid?
Depends on the day. Yeah. Let's narrow it down.
Okay,
Outside
okay.
of things that you've made for yourself. So things that you've made for other people, maybe commissioned pieces.
Yeah.
What was your favorite one that you've made?
I have to say, of course, my puffer coats is like what I love.
Right.
But at the same time, like I have made so many silhouettes that I maybe love more. The puffers is kind of what like got me so much momentum. So
Right.
I have to pay homage to them.
Now, for the people who said that there wasn't a space for what you were doing, do you not feel like a little bit of like a...
Oh my God, they're all in my inbox. Hey, following up. It's like, hey, so sorry we didn't answer you 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Following up, would love to collab.
Yeah, are you like kiss my ass?
Yes, 100%.
You should a little.
100%.
I do think that like
Thanks,
sometimes,
hun.
right? That's it. Thanks, hun, for the DM, but I'm actually really busy.
Yeah.
I think that like sometimes it's so funny to see what the messaging was.
Yeah.
Just as short as like you said, like 3 years ago, like the idea that 3 years ago someone was like, there isn't space for this.
Yeah.
And then to go to the NFC Championship game in Philly and see how many people had your puffers
Really?
on, both like the jacket
So I
and
haven't
the
been in a
vest.
stadium yet.
I'm telling you
Really?
firsthand,
That makes me
they
so
were
happy.
everywhere.
That makes me so happy. I have to get you one.
And well, here's the thing. I I was just excited to see them. Like, I'm like, of course I would wear it. And everyone was raving about the quality, which I think is...
Which is what we like really... Which is why took so much time on it.
But
we really launched it in the worst possible time. It's funny because we picked the teams back in April, and we were so fortunate that besides my 49ers, which was pretty devastating, all 4 teams were in the playoffs. And we launched the company in the playoffs.
Right.
So there was a chance that we were launching.
So you manifested this, is what you're saying.
I've never rooted for those 5 teams so hard in my life. The way I'm like, EAG.
One of us. One of us.
Yeah.
Now you said you picked 5 teams.
Yeah, back in April of last year.
What does that look like going forward? Are you guys going to integrate all 32 teams?
We're trying, but like, I want to walk before I run.
Sure.
And what was so important to me was making sure people loved them.
Yes.
And I'm learning so much still as I go. Of course, like I've only hand sewn things before. So learning like how to manufacture things and to scale sizing, you know. So I want to make sure I get everything perfected before I keep adding more teams.
Sure.
So, I mean, we've had amazing feedback.
Yes.
But I'm a perfectionist, so I'm like looking at like every little detail, like I gotta fix that.
Yes, but I think that quality is what will have people gravitate towards the brand even more because it means that you care about the product.
Oh yeah, they're my babies. They're my children. Those jackets. But we have so much more to come. Like my goal, of course, is to hopefully expand to all 32 eventually. And then we have so many drops coming out that are not jackets. I mean, the jackets are amazing, but there's only certain teams that, you know, Miami Dolphins aren't going to put puffer coats.
Yes.
So we have so much like amazing different types of silhouettes that I'm so excited for. And lower price points too.
You can tease to us?
Am I going to get
an exclusive? If you check with your team after the fact, we'll just blur your mouth.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Okay.
And you'll still get to see my reaction. It'll be so exciting. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if I have anything like that, like jaw dropping, to be honest, but we're going to hopefully like post draft, we'll have drops every month.
Okay. So like regular
drops
releases
every month of different silhouettes, adding some teams in there. And then hopefully venture.
So are you going to stick with those 5
We're always
teams?
We're just going to always add.
The first time that we met, we ran into each other
at the WNBA game. Or no, at the NCAA game.
Final Four for women's basketball.
So much fun.
Which hopefully we can plug in a picture of your jacket for that because it was incredible. Yeah. Queen Emma's giving me a thumbs up.
It was the most epic game to be. There was freaking packed. There was not one seat empty.
No.
And it was just epic to watch that game.
It was incredible to me how many people were there that you would not necessarily expect
100%
to be at the NCAA women's basketball finals.
Amazing. And we were there, well, Claire and George is one of our best friends, and they went to Iowa. So the Hawkeyes were
It does make it more fun.
So much more
when
fun.
You have a reason to cheer for a team.
100%. It always makes it more fun.
Yes.
It's like my whole family, I don't really come from like a big football background. And my Nonna, who's 90 years old, she's like, you have me watching NFL? And she loves it just because of Kyle, of course. Yeah. But that was the best.
New fans left and right.
Yeah, right?
Dragging them in.
9-year-old women. It's the best. Yeah.
That's the demographic they're going for, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the other things that we highlighted in your intro was the work that you do with breast cancer.
Yeah.
Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah. So my mom passed away of breast cancer when I was in high school. So it's definitely something that's near and dear to my heart. And when I started gaining all that momentum back at the Super Bowl, I got licensed and I had 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. I'm like, I can't put anything out there. So let me just make one and I'll donate anything to charity. And my goal was $5,000. I was like, if this hits $5,000, that would be amazing. It went for $75,000.
Yeah, it did.
Which was insane.
That's incredible.
So to give that to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, it felt like, I cried like a billion times that weekend. It just felt like such a moment for me to give back. I've always wanted to get involved and I've done a lot of like charity work, but to be able to really give that, it's changed so many women's lives. Like it all went to free mammograms and it was just so amazing. And I got to visit them in Texas, their headquarters, and they make these hope kits that it basically is like it's a chemotherapy kit. So it has like the sour candies and the fuzzy socks and all that. And I got to make them for all the patients. And they're just so incredible to work with. And it's something so near and dear to my heart. I mean, my mom was sick my whole life. So I saw her in and out of chemo my entire life. So just to be able to like connect with other patients and really their family members too, because I think a lot of people, of course, think of the patient and what they're going through, is really challenging, but it's challenging for everyone around them too.
Right.
So I really got to get involved like in the community. I still am with everyone's families, and it's just, they're the best organization to work with. I adore them so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And there's so much amazing stuff that is like, they do, it's night and day. They're always the hope kits, the family meetups, the therapy sessions. So it's never endless. We're constantly working with them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Oh, of
because
course.
the other families that you're impacting are probably very, very grateful.
Yeah, and everyone go
for
get
you
your
doing
screenings. It's so important.
That's
And it's
it.
so easy to not. I think like sometimes at least I'm this way, like I'll go to the doctors 3 times in a week and then I won't go for 3 years.
Yes.
Like it's something so hard. There's nothing worse than like booking doctor's appointments.
Yes.
But it's so important.
Now, one of the things that we have talked about with a couple other guests is the idea of being an NFL wife.
Okay.
I personally do not identify as a wag.
Yeah, it's a tough word.
First of all, I'm retired, so I don't have to anymore.
You're retired.
But I've always found that there is
A derogatory
a certain degree of like a
100%.
negative connotation with the term
100%.
wag.
Yeah.
And the sad part is that I don't think that everyone intends it.
No.
But the vast majority is usually in some type of negative capacity.
Mm-hmm.
How has it been for you being in that role?
Yeah. You know what I've always found so interesting about that word is that like there's not a word that describes like a lawyer's wife or like, I don't know, any other type of profession. Where did that come from, right? And for me, I take such pride in what my husband does, and I love supporting him. It's my favorite thing in the world. But that's not the only person that I am. I'm my own individual. So I think it's definitely that word, like it makes me crawl out of my skin, truly. I think it always has. But I do feel like we are doing a great job recently of redefining that word.
Absolutely.
But it's just like there has been so much female empowerment around, whether that's the NFL, women in sports. So now I feel honored. I try to. As we're getting there.
To be clear, you are the perfect example of doing your part in redefining that term.
We have to, because by the way, how many amazing women have you met in the Eagles organization? Probably some of your best friends.
Countless women.
And why that word has a negative tone to it, it's like these women are the backbone of these athletes.
Yes.
And they are making everything else spin so that they can focus only on their career and being successful on the field. So they should be praised for that.
Right.
It shouldn't be anything negative. And they're holding down the fort, having babies during season, taking all that in itself is a full-time job.
Allowing life to continue
outside
while football is existing, because those are two very different situations, and football requires your undivided attention. And
And it really
life
is
needs to be
year-round,
handled
too.
on the other
off
side.
Season is so short for them.
Yes.
And it's not like they just get to turn off. They have to train.
Off season, I think a lot of people don't realize that most of the guys are. Jason only used to take, I would say, like 2 weeks off after season to just sort of decompress, let his body have a break. He would be right back on his lifting schedule.
100%.
And it was usually 4 days a week. Yeah. And it's, like a regular schedule.
Absolutely.
Where I think people are just like, oh, it's off season. You go on like bougie vacations and sit on your ass. No. It's like, no, we did that in the 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, I've met so many amazing women in the NFL. Some of my truly best friends for life, and the families that come together, like the word wag has been, now I love it. Now when people call me that, but I remember when I first met Kyle, I was like, oh, please don't call me that. I hate that word. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's almost the idea that like that term,
it also puts a ceiling on you almost.
Very
and I
much.
kind of found that when I first started this whole thing. It was almost like some people think that I have an advantage because of Kyle, but I really do feel like in the industry it's been a disadvantage for me.
I was going to say, I feel like you were probably
strongly
dismissed.
Actually, very much so.
Because it's like, she's just
a wife.
Trying to have a hobby.
100%. Or she's just crafty. I hate that word. Crafty. I'm like, this isn't 7th grade home ec.
She's doing DIY projects in her living room. It's fine.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No, I think that you are doing an outstanding job of helping to redefine that term and make sure that it's more of a positive note.
100%.
Because so often I think the term WAG pigeonholes women into you are defined solely by your husband's career or your significant other's career. And
you can't have a life of your own outside of that.
Well, that's just it. I do think that there are some women, very sadly, who get sucked into that hole of thinking that they should be defined by their spouse or their significant others.
100%.
Role on the team, like how many years they've been there.
I think you get lost so easily in that. And that was what was hard for me when I moved out to California. I left I'm from New York. All my friends and family are from New York. I didn't know a single person out in California. I had to leave my job. So now I'm living in California, just moved out there. He has a full slate schedule. And I'm like, well, who am I?
Yeah.
What do I do?
I really do think like that it's becoming more and more clear that the women who are associated with players in the NFL specifically, because I can't speak for every other league, but the NFL specifically, I mean, even the Eagles alone, like we have women who are traveling nurses, like travel nurses. We have lawyers. We have
doctors,
women who are pursuing degrees to either be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be a PA.
Yeah.
And it's so silly to me that just because you are with someone that you then get pigeonholed into like, oh, you're a WAG.
Yeah, and that defines you, and that's all you are. It's so archaic, but
it's ridiculous.
It's archaic because that's not the world we live in at all. But for some reason in the athletic world, that's how people view females in it. I also feel like it's a very team by team thing in the sense where some teams do such a good job at bringing women together, community based. And I think that is what's so important. We came to the 49ers 8 years ago and it was a completely clean slate. They had just hired Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. So I think it was like a really challenging year because there was not that like vet on the team. There was no leadership.
I always say like a flock without a shepherd. Like,
that was us for
just like a flock of sheep that are like mindlessly wandering, and you're all like, "Who's gonna do it? Anyone? Anyone gonna do it?
Not me.
Who's planning the holiday party? Anybody? Anybody?"
That's the worst.
But it's
so true.
It's crazy to be in those moments of like where you're just sort of like looking at each other. Nobody wants to step on toes. Nobody wants to be the person that sort of oversteps.
Yeah, 100%.
But at the same time, you're like, we can't just pretend
you need a community to lift you up 100%.
Yes. And I think I agree with you. I've heard, we were lucky enough my husband was with the Eagles
his whole career.
Yes. And I am so fortunate for that because of the community that we had there.
Yeah.
But I've heard varying stories across the league of women's moving cities and having clear favorites just based on the vibe and the leadership and how they led the other women.
Yeah. When we first came out to the 49ers, I had never, and to be fair, I was in college when Kyle was with the Ravens and they were a great organization to Kyle. I had never really like met anybody. And when we came to the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan throws a party when the 53-man roster at his house. Oh. And I was like, we're meeting the head coach? I've never met the head coach. Or I'm like, at his house? And that starts the year off on the best tone. It's like, it's with all coaches. Family. It's so family oriented. And he learned it from his dad. His dad did that and it's just passed down to him. But it is the best thing ever. And it starts the year off on the, right note.
Yes.
Because I have always found that the organizations that really put the families first are the most successful organizations, because if you're not happy at home, if you're a player and you're coming home to a miserable wife,
guys, happy wife, happy life. This is not difficult.
League. Happy team. But it's so true. Those are the most successful organizations.
Right.
I think we just solved something.
We did. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles are very much, and like the time that we've been there, and I think Jason can attest to it even before he and I were together, has been like very family focused.
Yeah, isn't it the best?
It's so refreshing because I think that they realize how much football, although it is their career and their job and they get to go to work and then come home, how much of it comes home with them.
Oh, 100%.
So addressing that is really, I think, important. And,
definitely.
Also how much time they're away, like to feel included to some degree makes you feel a little less like you're out on an island.
100%. So during COVID, it was so fun for me to like listen to Kyle's meetings and stuff. Yeah. It's another language, by the way.
Oh,
no idea what the heck they're talking about. They're like chair, zebra, cat.
I'll tell you what.
It's a different language.
Jason's O-line coach, Coach Stoutland, the whole Stoutland family, but getting to hear Stout and getting to listen into meetings, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
Wasn't it so much fun?
Oh, it's fascinating.
I loved it, but I couldn't understand a word they were saying.
No,
but I loved it. The play
was,
calls, it's like, what is this?
It was.
I told Kyle recently.
I didn't get much.
I love football and I know football really well, but of course there's a lot of things I don't know. And I was like, I want you to teach me how to play Madden so I can like learn the plays, because I'll see things, but like
that's actually a great strategy to learn,
right?
Yes.
As they line up. Claire knows so much. She's so like the way George lines up, she knows the play that he will play. And I can't see that. I know so much about that, but I'm like, I want to learn how to play Madden. So you're going to catch me next week with like a headset on, sunflower seeds and energy drink. I wish you like my Madden.
We'll see you. That's when you stay in the cave. That's when you stay in the cave.
That's when I'm crawling out of my cave.
Got it.
Kyle will never be more attracted to me in my life if I start playing Madden.
It's perfect. It really is a great strategy to learn.
I think so. That's how I learned as a kid.
That's awesome.
And then I'll know every player in the league.
Right? Then you'll be even more.
You want to join?
Even better. Yeah, even better prepared to do more merch.
Yeah, exactly. With the PA, I'll know every single player.
Exactly. Crop tops.
Keep. You're like, hate.
No, I don't hate them. I don't. I think that the fact that like high-waisted pants are more readily available now.
Well, my whole style, I guess I said I didn't have a style. People probably know. I wear a crop top and baggy jeans probably like anytime I go out. So I guess that is kind of like my style.
I will say like the high-waisted.
Yeah.
But after having 4 children, I fear I need a little time before I can get myself back in a crop top. So,
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say high-waisted jeans. I was like, where are you gonna go, low rise?
Well, I no. Oh God, no. Never.
I mean, that is the look with the belly out.
With the pregnant belly out. With the pregnant belly out. The Rihanna, you mean?
The Rihanna.
Yes.
Next podcast, please.
It will not be me. It will not be me. I'm always like lubed up with so much cocoa butter. I always say,
is that your go-to?
Cocoa butter. I just told someone the other day, you could send me down a dry slip and slide and I'd get to the end of it. Like it is disgusting how much they're.
Do you use
my
oils
homies.
ever?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid it'll stain my clothes.
And your bed sheets and stuff. I actually feel that to my core.
Yeah. And I'm fighting the good fight with children staining my clothes and myself, really, honestly. Like, who am I fooling? It's me and the kids.
I get it.
Yeah, there's a serious threat for stains.
Let's make that a trend. Stain clothes.
Yes.
Should we start that?
Perfect.
There we go.
They'll be like, is your shirt tie-dye? And I'll be like, no, it's belly oil.
Well,
Thank you.
You know, there used to be a thing back in like a few years ago, sneakers. Like, do you remember they would drop sneakers that look dirty? I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah. So why don't we have shirts that like have stains?
Perfect.
It's basically the same thing.
Do that as one of your releases.
All season releases.
Okay, perfect.
Call it the Kylie drop.
Thank you so much. The next one is tiny sunglasses, keep her cut.
How tiny are we talking?
I mean,
like really tiny? I have to say cut.
You like
only because I can't pull
function.
It off.
I feel like it needs some function.
It needs some function.
Cute, but like you can't have it so small.
It also depends who
wears
wears it. Like I think Travis rocks those tiny sunglasses that he wears sometimes, but
he's so fashionable.
He is very fashionable,
and in a way where like there are things that, and this happens all the time. There are things that I see other people wear, and I'm like, that is so cool.
I'm the same way though. I can never pull off those little sunglasses.
That's it.
Like the triangles. Never. I can't do it. But he looks amazing in them.
It must be nice to be able to own something so hard. Leopard print. I will tell you honestly, this would be a cut for me.
Personally, cut. I wore a leopard dress to my 8th grade formal.
I was just gonna say, I still remember.
And that was probably the last time I wore a leopard.
I still remember a leopard print dress. It was like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Dress around our college dorm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
I haven't worn leopard in a really long time.
I think we should maybe keep it that way.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, cut.
We'll cut it.
Cut it. You're going to see me on leopard next week.
Right? I'm going to be like, I thought we cut this. This one I feel strongly about. Okay. Uggs, keep or cut.
Oh, keep.
Thank God.
Keep. I have my Uggs here in my...
they're like a security blanket.
Are my favorite thing ever.
I'll tell you what, for a tall girl in high school, when you started folding over the Uggs and then like the yoga pants would sit on the top of it, then you couldn't tell that I looked like a flood was coming. Every pant was too short, and that
every
helped.
high schooler's uniform.
It was great.
And it still is my uniform every day. I wear my Ugg slippers every single day. And Kyle yells at me because I wear them outside. He's like, they're not slippers anymore if you wear them outside and you wear them inside. I'm like... Pick your battles,
right?
Here.
All right, so we'll keep Uggs.
Keep.
The last one, and I feel like we know this one because of the OG Halloween costume.
Okay.
Denim on denim.
Oh, keep.
Perfect.
A million times over. The Canadian tuxedo is everything.
I love that.
And it is hard though because
different washes.
Yeah, that's challenging. I actually think it takes a certain person to pull it off.
It's not me.
I think it can be. Give it a shot, Kylie.
Please. I'll just start putting things up. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
I'm going to put you in low-rise jeans, belly out,
with my
sheer
belly.
Top, Uggs. We're going to do it all.
Horrific. That wraps up Keep or Cut. I cannot thank you enough for coming to chat today. Yeah. I want to make sure that I give your props on really leading the way for and helping to further the image that women who are with football players or professional athletes in general, that you are building this empire and you're answering. Well, you're answering a call that needed to be answered, no matter who told you whatever they said 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun getting to see you be creative and to see people appreciate that and get to hype you up appropriately.
And right back at you. I love how raw you are. It's the most refreshing thing, and I think that's why you've resonated so well with the whole world, because that's what we need. No one wants to see anything polished, right? We're so over it. We don't need to see that, or we don't need to hear it. So I love everything you stand for. I listen to every one of your episodes. It's just the best thing ever.
You have another one now.
I will definitely not listen to this because I can't stand listening to my own voice.
Well,
is that
everyone
a thing for
else
you?
will.
Do you listen to your podcast?
Not in its entirety.
Yeah. You're like, don't tell them that.
Queen Emma is appalled.
Listening to your own voice it's challenging.
It's interesting.
I listen, I'm like, oh, God, it's like nails on a chalk.
Well, I can tell you right now that I am absolutely certain that the NGLers are going to love this one. Okay. And I can't thank you enough for coming to join us.
Thanks, Kylie.
Ultimately, the evolution of Travis and Taylor's post-wedding wardrobe is far more than a simple closet refresh. It is a visual narrative of two massive cultural icons stepping into a unified new chapter. As their designer candidly revealed, fashion has always served as a primary form of storytelling for both Kelce and Swift. Where Travis once made headlines with loud, adventurous streetwear, and Swift's wardrobe was strictly bound to the thematic chapters of her album eras. Their married style represents a thoughtful blending of both worlds. It marks a transition from individually striking looks to a harmonious, elevated sartorial language. What makes this transition so compelling is the careful preservation of their distinct personal identities. Marriage hasn't muted their individual aesthetics. Rather, it has provided a grounded canvas to refine them. The designer's candid insights pull back the curtain on what it takes to style a modern power couple without losing the essence of who they are. Balancing Travis's vibrant, texture-heavy streetwear with Taylor's preference for classic silhouettes and quiet luxury. Shifting from trendy, headline-grabbing pieces toward timeless, tailored fits with subtle, personalized details. Prioritizing comfort and authentic self-expression over rigid red carpet expectations. True style evolution isn't about conforming to a single aesthetic, but rather refining how two distinct identities can complement one another on the world's biggest stages. The ripple effects of this style shift extend far beyond their personal closets. In an industry often dominated by hyper-curated, contract-driven publicity looks, the designer's perspective highlights a refreshing turn towards self-assured elegance. By seamlessly merging high-fashion tailoring with approachable, off-duty street style, Travis and Taylor are setting a new benchmark for celebrity couples. Audiences are no longer just dissecting what they wear to stadium tunnels or award galas. They are observing how major life milestones and personal maturity naturally reshape personal expression. Looking ahead, this post-marriage fashion transformation cements their status as a defining style duo of their generation. As their designer noted, clothing is at its most powerful when it feels effortless and genuinely aligned with where you are in life. For Travis and Taylor, this chapter is defined by confidence, artistic synergy, and a sophisticated blend of high fashion and everyday comfort. As they continue to navigate their shared spotlight, their evolving wardrobe stands as a masterclass in growing together while remaining unapologetically true to oneself.